You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of my friends around the world. It's a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. Right now, it's like 80-something degrees, going up to a high of 96. It has been hot. I went outside yesterday. I got straight sick. It was so hot. And it's crazy because, you get into your car and the heat index inside your car is always higher than the heat index that's, outside. It's so hot, y'all. But, what can you do? It's the weather. Some people, I think it was Wisconsin or Missouri, somewhere they had snow one day. It was June. I'm like, seriously, what is happening right now? Yeah, for those of you who don't believe that climate change is real, just take a look around. I know it's Georgia and it's always hot in Georgia, but I'm just saying, take a look around. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I had a pretty nice weekend. I didn't do a whole lot on Saturday. I had a ribbon cutting ceremony to do for one of the Gwinnett Women's Chambers members. She launched her company called Wise Woman Collective, and we did the ribbon cutting. And then Friday, I was exhausted. Oh, shout out to all of the ladies who came out to, first of all, shout out to our panels for the Green Impact Forum, our first green event, and I'm looking so forward to so many more. I'm so excited, y'all. I'm just excited about all the things that's going on with my business. I'm excited about all the things that's going on with Gwinnett Women's Chamber. I'm excited about what's about to happen with the Her Green startup. I'm just so excited, but shout out to all of the ladies who were the panel. So shout out to Stephanie, shout out to Savannah, and shout out to Candy. They were our guest panel talking about green initiatives and like what they do. Candy works in energy, which is fascinating. I'm talking about I could listen to her talk like all day, every day. Just fascinating. Savannah works in eco-friendly packaging, and Stephanie owns a company that charges electric vehicle charging stations. So just an amazing group of women. Thank you to the women who came out to support the event and to find out information about what was happening. One of our members even came up with an idea possibly for sharing her family to launch, and she's not even nowhere near tech. When I tell y'all not tech at all, she's not tech at all, and she's not green. But when she sat there and she heard the conversation, some ideas were sparked in her mind, and it was like, oh, maybe we can do this. Maybe we can do that. Let me call my brother. And it was funny because she's like, I'm about to call my brother right now. And I thought that was so cool. But that's what we want to do. We wanted to continue to educate our people, our communities about, all of the technology, all of the ways to save our planet. And I get it. Some people just think it's food. But just look around. Have you seen the water? My daughter's going to Puerto Rico on Friday for her birthday. And they call me overly protective, whatever, but that's what mothers do. We overly protect, right? And I said to her, because I know she likes the water, do not get in the water. And she goes, why? I said, because something is happening with the water. Now, I may be just being a little bit too cautious, but I'd rather err on the side of a caution versus, something tragic happened. Don't get in the water. Sharks, fish, all kinds of strange things happen. Don't get in the water. And no, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm just looking at the news. I'm looking at these animals in this water coming up on the shore. I'm looking at these strange waves coming out of nowhere. Don't get in the water. So that was my advice. And she's like, okay. I said, do not get in the water. Have a good time. Sit on the beach. Get you some sun. Do whatever you got to do. Just don't get in the water. And I'm going to remind her, because she thinks I'm overly protective, but I'm not. I'm just erring on the side of caution. So there's a lot going on. So to have those women come and share like energy solutions, to come and share, green packaging, so we can create these biodegradable packaging, so we don't have to use plastics to fill up landfills, and to talk about charging stations so we can get electric cars on the street and it's easy for you to charge them and things like. I'm talking about just phenomenal. The business opportunities that were running through my mind, and I had to shut it down because I know me. It was just phenomenal. Even if you weren't in those spaces, like, you can listen to those people and say, you know what, let me think about this. Maybe I can help my client become green. Maybe I can add a green component to my business. so I can help my clients. Maybe I can make my company green. Maybe there's a new opportunity in green and energy and all that good stuff. Listen, it was phenomenal. So thank you to all the ladies. Thank you to Georgette for riding with me on this. She does a lot of work behind the scenes, y'all. And she's funny because she said, "Oh my God, I can't wait till an event planner come along and take over this job." Here's the funny thing. She got 2 jobs, and I'm laughing because I'm saying to myself, you got 2 jobs, committees and events. But anyway, thank you so much. I thank her too because I'm always texting her. She probably get tired of me. I don't text a lot because I'm not a micromanager. I really would prefer people would just take their position and just own it, and I wouldn't have to say anything, just own my position. But when you're the president of something, that's not always the case. So you kind of have to just say, hey, do this, do that, do that. And for some people, delegating is not easy. It's not easy for me. So I kind of struggle with delegating. So I'm looking for people that can just take their position and just own it. Hasn't happened quite that way yet. Hopefully, as I continuously to grow the chamber, I find people who are just really outgoing and entrepreneurial mind, where they can just take this is my position, these are my duties, and just run with it. We're very small teams, and we're all we're all overworked. So I try not to be a micromanager, and I try to show as much appreciation as my mind allows me to remember. Let me say that part. So don't charge it to my head. Don't charge it to my heart, charge it to my head, because I have so much stuff going on most of the time. I forget to say thank you. But thank you. Thank you to the ladies. All right, let's get this show rolling. Listen. If you know someone, who's like at home and they may need, some support, we have some great services here in Gwinnett. I'm telling y'all, I say this all the time, and y'all hear me talk about this stuff, and I'm not talking about it to brag. I'm just talking about it because I understand that there are a lot of places that I just don't know who do the things we do. Like, we have senior services that are just amazing. If you, like right now, cooking inside is hot. And when I think about senior citizens, especially those who have issues with breathing problems and stuff like that, you need to know how to ventilate your house. And I wanted to talk about this because the air quality in your house could be something that you don't even think about that could be harming you. And I say that because I feel like the air quality in my house is pretty good. But here lately, I found out that I have asthma. And I'm like, asthma? So in my mind, I'm thinking, where did it come from? And she was telling me it could be anything that could trigger it. So now I'm here vacuuming and dusting. And, like last weekend, I just lost my mind because I'm like, asthma? So for me, I have to keep my surroundings clean. So, not that it was dirty, but I don't know. The air quality is like something triggered asthma in me. But anyway, we have wonderful, wonderful services. And so if you're cooking indoors because it's hot, be sure to check your air quality. And I wanted to say that because there are a lot of elderly people who may suffer from COPD and emphysema and all these breathing issues and lung issues. You want to make sure that your air quality is good. And so if if you need help with that, and how to improve your air quality, there are resources here in Gwinnett County. That's what I love about that, right? There are resources. So anyway, check with the senior services over in Gwinnett County. For more information, you can give them a call. Ask for senior services. Call and ask for senior services from the Gwinnett, one of the one-stop centers. Okay. And I want you to do that because you may be able to get some help. You just may be able to get some. I hope you do anyway. I hope you do. What else I got? What else we got going on? It's been a lot happening. Listen, Centerville. Now this is an area of Gwinnett that if you talk to residents in the Centerville area, so that's the area over in Snellville. It's called Centerville, but it's Snellville. It's like unincorporated Snellville, right? If you talk to a lot of our residents over there, there's always them feeling some kind of way because they feel like that side of Gwinnett is left out. Where they have a plan and they want to hear from you. So if you have any ideas of how you would like to shape the future of Centerville, this is your opportunity. Centerville is like a section of Snellville. But because I hear this all the time, when I was a vice president of the Greater East Side Chamber, which was a chamber that served the Centerville area, Grayson area, Loganville area, that was what we got all the time. Nobody cares about us on this side of Gwinnett. That's the forgotten side, so they say. I don't know. I don't live on that side. But the residents and people that live on that side, they say that's the forgotten side. Now, Here's the thing, community. If you felt like you have been forgotten, they are putting a plan in place so you don't feel that way, to bring changes, to help you create a vision for your community. But in order for them to create this vision for your community, you need to show up to the meetings to share your vision for the community. Don't sit back complaining about this is happening, that's happening, I can't get there. Come out to the meetings and share your vision for the community in which you live. They cannot create a vision for your community that you like if you don't share your vision with the people who are creating the vision. Okay? So that being said, they have meetings going on for you to come out and share your thoughts about how you want Centerville community to look, what that looks like for you. They have exciting events coming up. They want you to join and share your vision. They want to know how to improve it. So these events are going to be, and I'm saying this up front because this is important, because I've heard these stories. I've heard how nobody cares about that side of Gwinnett County. Here's a plan, and they want to hear your thoughts on this plan. If you don't like the plan, then say something. All right, this Wednesday, June 26th, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., they're going to be at Zor United Methodist Church in Snellville. 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., they're going to be talking about the Centerville plan. If you have an idea that you want to share about the community in which you live in the Centerville area, this is an opportunity for you to share that vision. Again, on Thursday, June 27th, from 9 a.m. to noon, you get the same opportunity to come out and share. Thursday, June 27th, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., you get the same opportunity to come out and share your vision. If you don't come out, then you cannot share the vision. All right? Then don't sit back and complain because people have said, hey, we got a plan, but we want to hear from you. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to know how to make the community that you live in better for you. This is an opportunity for you to come out and share your thoughts and your opinion, okay? Because and here's why I'm stressing this so much, because what I've learned, and I'm not on the county level, but I am a chamber president. What I've learned is that people will complain about everything and never tell you what they need, never tell you what they want. They think you're supposed to read their minds and figure it out. When the opportunity presents itself for you to step up and say, this is what I would like to see, they don't do it. Instead, they would rather kick your back in. I'm just talking to real right now. Kick your back in for you trying to do the best job you can do based on the input and the data that you have. Because guess what? They gave you no input or data. So, yes, listen, I'm just saying, go out to the meetings and stop kicking into people's back and coming on Facebook and putting all this crap and you never show up to a meeting. I'm just saying, because I read the stuff on Facebook. When I get up to do the news in the morning times, I go through Facebook. I go through all these news sites to see what's happening so I can come back and talk to you about it on the show, right? And I see government people trying to do the best they can, but then I see community people who probably never show up to anything, on there just kicking in backs based on information most of the time that's not correct because somebody else put out something and I'm just saying. I'm on a little rant right now, but I'm just saying because this is your opportunity for your voice to be. Let me tell you something. I'm a solutions-oriented person, right? And my husband be complaining about stuff, and the first thing out my mouth is, did somebody say something? And this is to my daughter. This is to my husband. Because at the end of the day, nothing is going to change if you don't open your mouth and say something. So I get really annoyed listening to these conversations because I'm like, okay, did you say something? Did anybody say anything? And most of the times, the answer is no. And then there's a reason why I know you're complaining. In my mind, I was like, did you say something? Which I know they didn't. So I'm that person. Like, if you're going to complain, then you need to have a solution. Listen, I'm not going to sit and complain. Nope. I'm going to complain for a second. And then guess what I got to do? Because I don't have time to waste. I'm going to complain for a second. Then I'm going to have to stop for a second. I got to figure this out. That's how I am. That's how I'm wired. So I said all that to say, I see people on Facebook kicking everybody's back in. They don't show up to meetings or anything. And then they want to complain. Stop. Go to the meeting. All right. I know I went off on a little rant right there, but I felt like somebody listening needed to hear that. I hear somebody listening needed to hear that. Even if you're not in Gwinnett County, I don't care where you listen to around the world, and I know you're listening. If there's something you don't like about your community, you have to show up in person and voice your vision and your opinion. Stop going on Facebook and hiding behind that little picture on your Facebook profile and talking all this crap. Go out there, put the boots on the ground, get your hands dirty. if you want a community, you got to fight for the community. Not on Facebook. That's not the place. Go put some work in. Because the people that are serving your community right now, they may not be serving it the way you want them to serve it, but they're serving. Guess what? Their hands are getting dirty every day. Are your hands getting dirty? I'm just saying, somebody need to hear that. I'm going to a song. This is one of my songs. Y'all know I'm making songs every day. It's called Spotlight. I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to bring you more of the rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Stay tuned.
Light up the night with a rhythm deep inside. Shine so bright on this ride, no need to hide. Move your feet to the heartbeat, let's collide. Under the neon lights, our spirits coincide. Throw your cares away, let the music play. On the floor we sway, making night our day. Spotlight shining down, it's your time now. Dance through the crowd, let it lift you high. Spotlight, feel the heat, move with the beat. Tonight's the night, we're alive under the spotlight. Step by step, with each breath we're taking flight. In the echo of the bass we find our might. Every twist, every turn feels so right. We're stars of the night, shining ever so bright. Throw your cares away, let the music play. On the floor we sway, making night our day. Spotlight shining down, it's your time now. Dance through the crowd, let it lift you high. Spotlight, feel the heat, move with the beat. Tonight's the night, we're alive under the spotlight. Spin around, lose control in the sound. Our hearts pound, this is where we are found. Spotlight, spotlight, dance in the spotlight. Feel the joy, every girl, every boy. Spotlight shining down, it's your time now. Dance through the crowd, let it lift you high. Spotlight, feel the heat, move with the beat. Tonight's the night, we're alive under the spotlight. In the spotlight, we unite, all so bright. This is our night, dancing till the morning light.
Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney. You're listening to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show, bringing you the daily rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. I just saw something. No, I ain't even talk about that. That's so crazy. I don't even talk about that. Anyway, welcome back, y'all. Did you know since 1985, voters have approved the SPLOST program, and it has raised more than $4 billion? Yes, $4 billion. In April 2023, the voter-approved 2023 SPLOST program became effective for 6 years with an estimate of $1.35 billion to be raised during the period to fund major projects. So when they raise money through SPLOST, they create these buckets of money and they push it toward things that we need in the county, which I think that's amazing too. I'm telling you, stuff that I've learned in Gwinnett County about how things work is just amazing. There's a video on the government's Gwinnett County Facebook page that's going to give you information about the budget and some of the programs. So some of the things that we use it for is our fire department, schools. We use it for roads. We use it for road improvements, things like that, parks and things like that. That's where that money goes. That's why Gwinnett is beautiful. I know, y'all. Y'all be like, that's what she talk about. Yes, it's called Good Morning Gwinnett. That's what I talk about. Yes, that's what I talk about. Like, I talk about it because I love my community. And I talk about it because when I go outside and I don't see paper all over. Listen, I grew up in Newark. Shout out to all my Rough Riders and all my Newark fam. I grew up in Newark. And I know what it's like to walk out your house and just paper everywhere. I hate that. Like, that's one of the things I absolutely despise. Like, my husband, my daughter, they're around me. They know not to put anything on the ground. I just don't like that, because I feel like we need to be a good steward of the earth. You know, if you can't be a good steward of the earth, at least be a good steward of your community. You know, don't throw paper and bottles. Put it in the garbage. We have a garbage can. I was at Kroger's one day. I was waiting for my uncle. He likes to go to Kroger's to go shopping. And so I took him to Kroger's, and I had put him out. I put him out at the door because he walks with a crutch. And so I try to do my best to make sure he's okay. So I put him out at the door so he didn't have far to walk. So he gets out of the car. He walks in the store. There was a car that pulled up in a park like across from me. The passenger, which was the guy, he got out. He was getting out the car. Now, mind you, if they go to Kroger's all the time, Kroger's has garbage cans right at the door. I don't know what made them say, we're going to put a garbage can at the door, because people have trash in their car, and it's a garbage can right before you walk in the door at Kroger's. So he gets out the car, and I'm sure he probably shops at that Kroger all the time. Gets out the car, but before he gets out the car, he throws a bottle and some paper out the window on the ground, and I looked at him with this ugly face. Right? I think his wife saw me, because she didn't say anything to him. She just walked around the car and picked it up and put it in the trash. But I made an ugly face, because you don't have to do that. Put the stuff in. Have some respect for where you live. Have some respect for this freaking planet. Okay? So anyway, that's where our money goes. Our money goes to places like that. And that's why we can, that's why Gwinnett is what it is. It's a beautiful place to live. And I don't say that because, I'm trying to brag. I'm just saying it's the most beautiful place I've ever lived. And I lived in Maplewood. Maplewood is gorgeous, but I love Gwinnett. Maplewood, Georgia is beautiful. That's where my house was. That's where it was when I sold it and moved to Georgia. It was beautiful. It was clean, but it still doesn't compare to Gwinnett. And I love Maplewood. It was really nice. But where I live now, it doesn't compare. There's no comparison. All right, food, free groceries. If you know someone right now who's in need of food, there is a free food drive happening tomorrow. They can just drive through, pick up the food while supplies last. It's going to be 3 p.m. tomorrow. It's going to be at Bryson Park in Lilburn. You can receive fresh and shelf-stable foods. If you know someone, make sure your trunk is empty so you can load up your trunk, get the food, and go on. I know you would think that in our community we don't have food insecurities. Well, we do. There are people just don't have it, and the price of everything is outrageous. I'm talking about ridiculously outrageous. Like, I'm saying to myself, what in the heezy for sheezy is happening? Stuff is really outrageous. And so if you know someone who has food insecurities, and they may not even have a car, if you know they need food, then pick the food up for them and drop it off. I mean, what is it going to cost you? A gallon of gas? That's all I'm saying. Tomorrow, Tuesday, June 25th, 3 p.m. until supplies last. It's going to be at Bryson Park in Lilburn. All you got to do is drive up. They're going to load your trunk up. They're going to let your trunk down. You can drive off and let the next person drive up. And this is all with the help of the Atlanta Community Food Bank. So shout out to Atlanta Community Food Bank for being our host and hosting this free food drive tomorrow for residents here in Gwinnett County. So again, tomorrow, June 25th, 3 p.m. until supplies last at Bryson Park in Lilburn. You receive fresh and shelf-stable food. So please make sure your trunk is empty. To learn more about how to volunteer and all the things that the Volunteer Gwinnett is doing, go to volunteergwinnett.net. 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 All right. Mental health is a big thing here, and mental health is a big thing everywhere. And, I don't think I paid much attention to it until the George Floyd incident. For me, that was such a disturbing event till it played a role in my own mental health. And then right after that, the pandemic hit. And that was in 20. So in 2019, it was a George Floyd. Then 2020 was the pandemic. Then 2021, I lost my mom. I lost my uncle. I lost my daughter's grandfather. I lost the best man in my wedding. This all happened in the span of 2 years. I'm talking about just so much. So 19 was George Floyd. 2020, I lost my uncle first to COVID. He was the first person in my family to pass away in Albany. My aunt's husband, my mother's brother-in-law, lost him first. Then I lost my best man a few months later. He lived in Jersey, COVID. A few months. I'm talking about like 2-3 months in between. Then we got through so after that we got through most of 20 safely. Towards the end of 20, my whole family contracted COVID. And then January of 21, I lost my mom to COVID. Then March of 21, my daughter's grandfather suddenly died after she talked to him 2 days prior. He just died. We still don't know exactly what happened. So I was traumatized, and this is where my fear of pretty much a whole lot of things come from. I don't want to be this way, but I am this way, and I try to work on getting better. The impact that mental health has on everything around us these days, you can't not go anywhere and not see it. And so in our jail system, can you imagine people who go to jail and they have mental issues? Well, guess what? The majority of the people in our jail system right now in Gwinnett County is there for mental health issues. Why? Because we don't have mental health hospitals anymore. Like, they closed them down. So our jail system is turned into a mental health facility, which is crazy. But that's because so many people are suffering in silence. And, you know, I suffered in silence. Like, people listen to me talk and they think everything is okay. And in reality, I would say, after all the tragic and trauma that I've gone through, I'm probably at 87% okay. And that maybe 85. I'm about 85% okay, right? And that's because I have to constantly do work on myself. I have to constantly surround myself with good things and good people. I don't even watch stuff that I used to watch on TV anymore. I used to love vampire movies. I can't tell you the last time I watched a vampire. It was probably 2019 at the beginning. I used to watch all kind of horror movies. I can't watch them. I don't want to see nothing bad on Facebook. It burns in my memory, and it's so tragic for me. So I try to stay away from that stuff. I want to see love stories. I want to see things that make me laugh. I would never watch a reality show. You couldn't pay me to watch a reality show. Now I watch two faithfully. I'm not ashamed to say it. Why? Because I like the storylines. Even though it's reality TV, there are some that and all of them about relationships. Like, I watch Love is Blind. What else I watch? Too Hot to Handle. I might watch 4. I watch all of those type. Love is Blind, Too Hot to Handle, Temptation Island, and I be talking to the TV. But here's the thing: I don't watch it till late at night or early, or during my lunch. Like, when I take lunch, I take an hour after the show. I do brunch, and then I watch it, and then I come back and I start to work. So anyway, I said all that to say, mental health is a serious problem, not just here in Gwinnett County, but all over. And our jail systems and our law enforcement officers are being taxed because so many people come into jail because of mental health. Because they close all the mental health facilities. So now we're kind of like a mental health facility here in Gwinnett County. Thank God they put some initiatives in place in 2021 to help kind of offset that. But that's a strain on our sheriff department. And get it. Listen, I know people got their own issues with the sheriff, but the fact that we have a mental health issue is we have a mental health issue. He didn't make the folks have mental health issues. We have an issue that came from outside of him. So, they're trying to navigate this complex landscape where individuals with varying mental health, not just, you got some severe, some not so severe. Now you got to figure out how to make this all work together. That's a lot of work, y'all. Listen, what I know for a fact is that when you try to navigate somebody else's mental health and you might have your own issues, that's a lot of work. I remember having a conversation with someone, the person got really angry at me about something. I had no clue for a long, like 7 months. I had no idea what it was. When they told me what they were angry about, I'm looking like, first of all, I didn't say that. That's the first thing, because I would never say that. Then the second thing was, are you kidding me? Why didn't you just ask me the question? Because that's not true. And it was crazy. But I realized that person had a whole lot of mental health stuff going on that was from childhood trauma. And they didn't know how to manage it. So they brought into any kind of relationship that they entertained. And so for me, I was like, that's above my pay grade. I'm going to fall back on this because I don't know how to navigate that for that person. So me, like, you're not going to kill my energy because you got all these things going. I'm over here trying to fix my own self. But I said all that to say, mental health is real, and the sheriff department is putting initiatives in place so that they can address these issues because it's a lot going on. So give them some grace, y'all. Like, yeah, are you getting up every morning, going out, trying to protect and serve and handle all of that? Give them some grace. I'm just saying. I know everybody got their own issues. Show them folks some grace. They get up every morning and they put their lives on the line to support us. And your people are in there because they have issues because nobody addressed them or helped them or find a solution to the problem. Show them some grace. That's all I'm saying. But there's a video. I'm going to put the video on the website so you can check out the video. It's on Upfront Gwinnett, and it's called Suffering in Silence. I'm going to post it on the show in a minute, so be sure to go check it out. All right, you can watch the whole episode there. All right, y'all. Listen, so yeah, I had to say that because I don't know why I feel like I need to be the voice for everybody today, but I just feel like I do. Only because I understand when you sit in certain positions how people tend to treat you and how they always want to kick your back in. They don't want to show you grace, but they want you to show them grace. Nobody did anything to me. I just feel like this is something I'm supposed to say. I got up and meditated this morning. Maybe this is the message I'm supposed to bring. Nobody did anything to me to make me feel any kind of way. This is what the universe want me to talk about today. So that's what I'm talking about. Showing folks grace for them getting up and putting all this work that they put in on your behalf. And you sitting back, kicking their backs in. I'm just saying. You know what's funny? Because I remember going to the county when I first started Good Morning Gwinnett. I remember going to the county when I first started. I don't know who I was talking to. I might have been talking to Nicole. She was the outreach director at the time. Now she's the chairwoman. And I was talking about how can I partner with the county to do this show. What's interesting is I probably could have gotten a job there. But they said, you're going to be censored, Audrey. I'm like, what you mean? I can't remember who I was speaking to, but they told me I would be censored. Like I couldn't say things that I wanted to say because I had to protect the brand of the county. And I was like, ooh, yeah, I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want to be censored like that. So I can say what they can't say because this is my show. And so I can speak on their behalf, and maybe they'll listen, maybe they're not. And I'm not saying it because I want them to listen. I'm saying it because that's what the energy is telling me to say this morning. Show them people some grace. They get up every morning. They go into these offices. They spend 8, 10, 12 hours protecting you, trying to make the best life for you. And you get on Facebook and you kick their backs in for whatever reason. What are you doing? I'm just saying. Speaking of what are you doing? Hey, we're in an election cycle. Check your mailbox. Make sure that you got the comfort. If you moved, make sure your address is changed. Make sure you know where your voting poll location is if you have moved. So check your mailbox. Confirmation notices and return within 30 days. All right. Please complete them. If you know you moved, complete them confirmation notices and return them within 30 days. So you can make sure you are registered to vote in the right place. Do not show up at your old voting poll and you live somewhere else because you won't be able to vote. Every vote counts. Every vote is needed. You can't vote if you're not registered in the right place. I don't want you crisscrossing across town because now you don't know where you vote at and you're pissed off and these people running me around. Nope, they're not running you around. You didn't change your address. I'm just saying, change your address. Make sure you get it in on time so this way you can vote when it comes time to vote. Somebody's going to miss that. They're going to show up at the polls. They didn't change the address. They're going to be mad at the people and it's their fault. I'm just telling you like it is. All right, this is my last thing I'm sharing right now. Then I'm going to go to my song. So listen. Do you want to share in your neighborhood success? Join the Gwinnett Clean Community Forum on Monday this night. That's tonight, 5:30 to 7:30. I'm going to this. So they got a clean forum coming up tonight, 5:30 to 7:30 at the Decula Park Activity Building to explore how residents, Gwinnett Code Enforcement, Gwinnett Clean and Beautiful, and Gwinnett Transportation are working together to keep our community clean. Listen, I know it sounds like I've been smoking something this morning, right? I don't know. I slept well. I meditated this morning. I do that every morning, though. I don't know. I feel really good. And it's probably coming out on this show like, I don't know. But anyway, if you want to go this evening, set from 5:30 to 7:30. If you want to listen to, Gwinnett Code Enforcement, Gwinnett Clean and Beautiful, and Gwinnett Transportation, figure out and find out how they're working together to keep our county clean, you can visit GwinnettCodeEnforcement.com to learn more. Or you can show up tonight between 5:30 at the Decula Park Activity Building in Decula. All right, 5:30. Come on out. All right. Y'all, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna go to my last song. It's called "Celebrate Yourself," and I'll be back after this song to bring you my final inspirational words for the day. Stay tuned.
wake up, see the sun, brand new day has just begun. Take a look in the mirror and smile, you've come a long, long mile. Coffee in your cup, dreams are calling, time to get up. Each step you take, make no mistake, you're great. Celebrate yourself, 'cause you're the star on your own shelf. Shine your light so bright, illuminate the night. Raise your hands, do your dance. Give yourself the chance to celebrate, appreciate, love yourself. It's never too late. See the wins, big and small. You stood tall through it all. Breakfast on the go. You're the hero of your own show. Turn the music loud, lose the crowd, feel proud. Living true, being you in everything you do. Celebrate yourself, 'cause you're the star on your own shelf. Shine your light so bright, illuminate the night. Raise your hands, do your dance. Give yourself the chance to celebrate, appreciate, love yourself. It's never too late. In the mirror, see your grace. Every line on your face marks a journey, a tale of battle and glory. You're the author of your story. Claim your territory. Celebrate yourself, 'cause you're the star on your own shelf. Shine your light so bright, illuminate the night. Raise your hands, do your dance. Give yourself the chance to celebrate, appreciate, love yourself. It's never too late. So here's to you, to your courage and your truth. Celebrate today in your own special way. Celebrate yourself, because you're everybody's wealth. Oh, celebrate yourself, 'cause you're the magic nobody else.
Welcome back. Listen, celebrate yourself. I like that song. So I sit here every day, y'all, and I make a song for the Gwinnett Morning Spark. So if you have not subscribed to my newsletter, it's called the Gwinnett Morning Spark. Go to GwinnettMorningspark.com. GwinnettMorningspark.com. I was led to start that newsletter because I wanted people to get up, feel inspired, listen to songs like Celebrate Yourself, Spotlight, Don't Settle, Distractions. I wanted you to feel inspired before you jumpstart your day. So the newsletter comes out Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. My husband said to me, I read the newsletter. Every morning, Monday through Friday at 6 a.m., a new issue comes out and it has a inspirational message right at the top. So if you don't have time to read the entire newsletter, you can at least read the first message and listen to the song. Those are the first two things you're going to see outside of like the table of contents, like what's in today's issue. Those are what you're going to see first. And then you got another article, a longer article about, something that's inspiring. But I do these songs every day. I enjoy doing these songs. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to be talking about the state of music where AI is concerned. So tomorrow's Talk Business Tuesday. Be sure to tune in tomorrow because I'm going to be talking about music and AI. And the reason why is because I just tried a new platform today. It's like about 4 or 5 platforms. I love this music, but there's a voice I'm looking for that I can't find on this platform. So I tried another platform. I'm going to see can I find it on that platform. So I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. So be sure to tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'll be talking music, AI music, some potential ways to make money from this music, some things that I'm looking at producing and doing with this music. I'm having a good time. So I want you to have a good time too while you do good and earn a living, doing something that you love, all of that good stuff. All right. Here's my words of inspiration before I go today. It says, acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance. Okay, let me say that one more time. Acknowledging the good The good that you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance. Eckhart Tolle said that, and he was right. I just talked about being grateful. I know we got stuff going on. We all got stuff going on, and it makes you just want to complain. But here's the thing: you gotta be grateful for what you have. I wake up every morning. I go outside. I sit on the patio. First of all, I thank God for clean air, because now I got asthma. I'm not claiming that. I don't have asthma. I have a temporary air restriction, whatever they said. I thank God for clean water. I thank God for air conditioning, because it's going to be 96 degrees today. Yeah. Can you imagine? Ooh, child. AC. Thank God for heat when them cold days. Thank God for a solid foundation that we can stand on. The trees that cleans our air. Give us shade. Be grateful. Because you got to start out being grateful for what you already have. All that good stuff is coming. Some things have been happening to me over the last month. And I know it's because I have decided to change my energy and the way I think about things. I've decided to be more grateful for the things that I have, and blessings have just been coming out of nowhere. And I'll be like, first I was like, holy crap. But then I'm like, okay, come on, blessings, come on my way. I'm grateful. And I'm grateful because I'm truly grateful. I'm grateful that I have my family. I'm grateful that I have my friends. I'm grateful that I have support from the people who are supporting the chamber. I'm grateful for just being here, that I can wake up, that I can talk, that I can see. You got to be grateful. I can hear, I can speak to y'all. I got the microphone, I got the screen, I got the camera, I got the light. I'm grateful because somebody wants to share their message and they don't know how. Someone wants to share their message and they don't have the tools. Somebody wants to share their message and they don't have the skills. I'm grateful. So find something in your life today to be grateful for and watch the blessings come. They're going to come. And you're going to be like, holy crap, I didn't expect that. Nope, but guess why they came? Because you were grateful for what you already have. All right, that's all I got for you today. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last 42 minutes with me, and I love and appreciate you for that. Listen, do me a favor. Go to GwinnettMorningspark.com and subscribe to the newsletter. You get these songs every day. Also, be sure to follow me and connect with me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn at Good Morning Gwinnett. I'm on all them platforms at Good Morning Gwinnett. Yep. That's where I am. Why? Because this is the brand that I'm building. So be sure to connect with me there. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. Until next time, my friends. Until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.